Welcome to Park Bench Interviews, hosted by Randy Goodman, Harvey Callis Real Estate, your real estate professional. Get to know our community, our businesses, products, and services that will elevate your life. Please welcome your hostess, Randy Goodman.
Hey everybody, it's Randy Goodman here from Harvey Callis Real Estate, and I am super excited to be interviewing Matt Teofilo, who is an artist and a producer, and I can't wait to find out more. Thank you for being with me, Matt.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super excited, and we'll get into like all the different reasons why, but tell us a little bit about who's Matt and what are you up to today as far as business goes.
So Matt, I also go by Songsbury. That's my kind of artist name, and also it's the name of my studio. So I go by Songsbury Studios when I'm doing studio work. So yeah, in this quarantine, it's been oddly productive, I guess. Not so much with working with other people, but I've gotten a chance to finish up a lot of projects that I was working on before this whole thing happened. And working on a lot of my own like new music as well, and kind of preparing and still keeping in touch with different clients and stuff for future projects when we can escape the cave, I guess. And
Totally.
That's it.
So tell us a bit about your business. Like exactly what do you do? Like what are the different pieces?
So I guess there's two sides to me. I guess there's the artist side, which I do a lot of like songwriting, performing, recording, not only for myself, like this is my studio that you see behind. So I spend a lot of time here, but also like on stage. And then there's the other side, the Songsbury studio side, which is I tend to work with a lot of other artists. So I'm doing the same kind of thing, but for them. So I'm doing songwriting with them, for them, arranging, film scoring, pretty much anything music related, mixing, mastering, production. So
Okay, perfect. So people can actually reach out to you for that.
they can. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's awesome. And we're going to share all your links later near the end. But I want to know more about you. So give us a little history, Matt. Were you always into music? Did you think you were going to be something else? I mean, even I wanted to be a rock star when I was a kid, right? So, so give us a little history on that.
Surprisingly, I always wanted to be in entertainment. I remember my mom had this little book, I guess, that she would keep of like, all the memories and stuff. And every year she would ask me like, what do you want to be when you grow up? So it was always either entertainer or, surprisingly, it was actor before it kind of transitioned to musician. But I started playing, my parents put me into piano lessons just before my 4th birthday. So it's been quite a long time that I've been playing piano. So I did like my whole performers ARCT through Royal Conservatory here in Toronto. Okay. And then I also went to like Unionville High for which is an art school. So I was there for piano program there, and studied 1 year at Humber College for jazz piano. Okay. And at the same time, I was doing a lot of piano stuff, obviously, but I wanted to start songwriting as well. So I started, I think I wrote my first song around 12, 13 for like my grade 8 graduation.
Nice.
So, and then just been kind of writing ever since, and slowly got into recording as well, and doing my own thing, and kind of being able to put all my ideas and that are in my head into reality. And so yeah, that's pretty much been my kind of musical journey. And I lived in LA as well for about 4 years. I just came back. I'm still debating whether I really miss the cold or not, especially since it was snowing in April here this year, which is crazy. But yeah, so it's always kind of been, my life has always kind of been focused around music and entertaining people.
Okay, awesome. So, it's amazing that to listen to people's stories and hear, sometimes people grew up doing something completely different or studying something completely different and then ended up in a totally way off field, like me. But you hear that, and I played piano from 3 years old as well. I stopped at 15, but as far as lessons go, but, did Royal Conservatory too, so we have that in common. but you know, I took a little hiatus from the piano for a while, so I'm nowhere. You know,
It's a
I
lot of
barely.
work, and parents tend to try to shape, I guess, certain ways that we go and certain paths, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's tough. At 15, I remember it was a lot to practice. Like I had done my ARCT by that point, but I know a lot of people that, you know, if they weren't quite there yet, like it was a lot of work between all the homework in high school and social life. What is that? If you're
Yeah.
taking theory lessons and piano lessons and everything
Well,
else.
well, clearly you loved this so much that you wanted to continue on for the rest of your life. Me as a 15-year-old kid just wanted to like go party and be with my friends and not, you know, so clearly it wasn't going to be a life career for me, but
Right.
I'm glad that it was for you and it was something that you're super passionate about. But, you know, and I love how you turned it into a business. So a lot of musicians will be, you know, the starving artists like other
Mhm.
artists who are trying to tap into the world of being successful in that realm. And
Mhm.
there's competition in every field, right? But
Right.
there's so much competition in the music world, in the artist world, and the, you know, just there's just so much competition. I know it's
Yeah.
difficult to tap into it. So kudos to you for you know, sticking to it and making it successful.
Thank
And,
you.
you know, it's just incredible. And I know you've built not only being able to be a musician from your passion, but you also created a business out of it where
Mhm.
you can help other people, right?
Right.
Do you have any stories you can give us of people that you've helped? And you don't have to name any names, but just like, you know, maybe what's happened to their career when they've worked with you?
Um, I'm trying to think. I've worked with a lot of different artists, and I'm continuing to work with a lot more artists on kind of all levels. Some of the independent artists I've worked with, I've seen them grow so much, and I can like some of them I'm still like actually working with, and kind of not guiding or mentoring, but like just, you know, we work closer than the average kind of, you know, studio engineer. You know, a lot of studios, it's like artist comes in or client comes in, and you know, you just kind of, you push the buttons, you get whatever you can that day, and that's it. But usually, like, I'm the type of person that I like to, you know, I know people are investing a lot of money, a lot of time, and because I'm an artist on that side too, I've done the same thing. So,
Right.
you know, we tend to kind of connect as artists as well. So, you know, they're sharing what's working with them for their artist profiles, whether it's on social media or whether it's, you know, sharing, you know, who did their music video or whatever. And I'm doing the same, and kind of, you know, talking shop as well too. So it's not just, you know, it's not just a recording studio. So I've done, yeah, I've been working with a lot of different artists from all kind of ranges. And then on the, you know, on the kind of, I guess, A-lister side or whatever, I've done a lot of co-writing and stuff, like with artists like Diplo, and did an arrangement for Madonna and Miley Cyrus. Um, so yeah, and worked with a bunch of different, like, you know, record labels both here and in the US,
Right.
and their artists. So it's quite a range, and it's, you start to see, you know, it's the similarities. A lot of people think, you know, Madonna's any different than anyone else. I mean, you just see that the work ethic. I mean, with Madonna's situation, we were going back and forth at like 2 a.m. And I was with like a colleague of mine, and we were working on this arrangement, and you know, she's messaging back within 20 minutes. We send her something new, we work on it for an hour, we send it back. She's got like her team kind of like working on things, sending ideas, and like, you know, 2-3 hours later we have this thing done. But like, you know, we're not going to bed till 4 or 5 in the morning. The birds are chirping outside by the time we get up outside or upstairs. And
Yeah.
but it's fun. It's a fun industry, and it's always changing, and you're always working with new people. So that's kind of the great part about it.
I love that. And Matt, I love how you said that you have both sides of the coin. So you're not just the producer, but you're also an artist. So you totally resonate and get with any issues that they're having, or, you
Yeah.
know, any challenges they may be facing or discussions they're having. You see both perspectives. So you have a better grasp of being able to solve those issues, I think, than just somebody who's a producer and isn't an artist themselves.
And especially singers too, I find, like, a lot of singers come to record their vocals with me, if I'm not just doing all the production and stuff. But just because I have that singing background too, and I can kind of articulate, okay, how are we going to get this sound? How are you going to shape your mouth? How are you going to push that air through to be able to get that and get that resonance and get the, you know, the sound that we're looking for, and kind of push them. I always appreciated being pushed as a kid, like with teachers, even though sometimes it was like
Yeah.
really frustrating, and you're like, you want to hit your head against the wall, but yeah, and pull all your hair out. But when you you know, when you see the smile on their face, like, you know, after they finished a session and they realize that they just like hit a new level in their personal kind of growth and development as an artist,
Right.
it's like, it's really satisfying to me to see that. So
Yeah, it must be quite awesome, because you probably get a whole whack of different types of personalities, right?
oh yeah.
Get to see that growth is pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
yeah, and not a lot of professions actually get to experience that. So it's nice that you're able to be in one where you can do that. That's awesome. And thank you for being that person who can help people go forward with their businesses and their own personal challenges, right?
Yeah. It's like
Awesome.
therapy session. I always tell everyone, you're writing songs about everything and anything. You get to know people really quickly and hear what happens in the studio stays in the studio, in terms of, you know, whatever the song releases, well, people can take it. But no,
Right.
it really is a great experience. You know, and if you really build that connection with someone, it really becomes lifetime kind of things. And it is, like you said, it's a little different. You really become almost friends in this
Right.
business, because everybody's kind of looking out for one another, and you kind of start creating these teams. And, you know, who knows, like, I do a lot of performing with a lot of my clients, and I ask them to come on my shows as well. And so we kind of work together that way too. So
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great. Another added bonus there, right?
that's it. Yeah, exactly.
So you do like, you know, besides all this incredible stuff you do for personal reasons and for your business, you also like to give back. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I do. I kind of like in the studio thing, like watching people like grow, and like giving something and watching someone else like just putting a smile on their face. I guess kind of that's the entertainment mentality too, is like, you know, you're performing and you get to kind of create this kind of happiness through love of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like through charity as well. I do a lot of work like with my church. I was a choir director for a very long time, probably over like 10-15 years.
Yeah.
And so in that time, you know, with the choir and stuff, we would go to a lot of you know, retirement places, and go, you know, go sing for them at different, you know, holidays, or just random times of the year. um, my mom and I used to spend a lot of time too, just even visiting kind of strangers in different hospitals and stuff like that, or different care places.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, so I don't know, I learned a lot from her. She's always kind of like helped people out. My grandfather was in the hospital, and there was another man who didn't have any family, and so we kind of, you know, we kind of took him in as family, and we'd go visit him when he switched homes. And even my mom and stuff would do, like, you know, his laundry for him and stuff. So just
Nice.
I learned a lot from her. And
Right.
you just see the joy that it brings people, even just to say hi to someone and have a conversation. So I try to just, you know, I try to always do that, and whatever I can, if someone needs something, whether it's even just a friend listening, like
Right.
listening to them, and kind of, you know, giving them support and stuff in their times of need. So I try to do as much as I can.
That's beautiful. And you're also giving back to Million Dollar Smiles at the
I
Toronto
am.
Women's
Yeah.
Expo as well, which we're so grateful for.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful that you guys do it. And I mean, Anna, I think you had her on as well. And I mean, she has such a wonderful charity, and the work that you do as well is just, it's wonderful that you host that gala every year, and give to a charity. And you know what, it takes a whole community to do it, you know, and it starts with, I guess, individuals like ourselves to just kind of take initiative and try to do things. And everybody kind of puts their skill sets in. So thank you as well for
No,
doing that. And thank you for inviting me to to perform that night, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's our pleasure. And yeah, it's the first time we've put the gala together. The conference is on every year, but because it was the 10th anniversary, we thought, well, what can we do to celebrate people who are making an impact, and, you know, so to do the awards and just celebrate people and be able to raise money for a good cause, you know, that's supporting children with life-threatening illnesses and special needs. So yeah, and that's why we decided to create the gala and celebrate people. So we're so grateful that you're a part of that. So thank you again. So Matt, are there any tips or suggestions or anything you want to share with everybody before we come to the end?
I would say one of the main things that I learned through I guess my life as an artist, and I guess, you know, as a business owner as well too, is, you know, it starts with believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then you'll always find yourself kind of wandering and lost. So you have to kind of believe in yourself, and then just really kind of stick to it and have that resilience. If you know what you're supposed to do, then really kind of stick to that. And there will always be external factors, but you have to kind of surround yourself with the right people that support you, support your growth. And yeah, I don't know. Resilience is probably like the word that I'm thinking today. And yeah, I mean, you know, at quarantine time, I'll just say one thing about that too, is it's a great time because a lot of us aren't at work. We aren't considered essential, even though we're essential to ourselves and to our own communities.
Right.
But it's a great time to kind of learn new things, hone in on your skills, do a lot of self-reflection and self-growth, and kind of be inspired, so that when we can kind of have our rebirth into this world again, then you know, we kind of hit the ground running. So that would be my advice, I guess, or whatever, for today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And if people want to work with you or find your music, how can they do that? What's the best way?
So my music, like my artist side, it's just songsbury.com. So SONGSBURY.com. And on the studio side, if you want to work with me that way, then my website is Songsbury Studios. So with an S at the end, .com. And all my info is there, and you can email me or call me, and we'll go from there. I love working with new people all the time, and chatting and kind of building those relationships. So definitely hit me up.
I love that. Thank you so much. And before we sign off, I know you wanted to grace us with a beautiful song, so thank you for that. And I know it's going to play now, so thank you for sharing that. And thank you so much for being on this show with me today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and have a wonderful day as well.
Pleasure. Thank you. And all the links for Matt will be on this page, so you guys will not have an issue getting a hold of him. So thank you again.
This is a world where dreams become reality. If I could let my fears not get the best of me, then I could sing out loud and hold my head up high. I could breathe life in and not let the world pass me by. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to witness a miracle? And wouldn't it be great to have the chance to change our fate? So I will live every day like it's my last one. I don't care, 'cause I'm trading my sorrows and pain for joy and laughter for the rest of my years. I won't let fear come inside me, cripple my soul from reaching my dreams and my goals. 'Cause I am worthy of life and its goodness in its whole. I'm ready to live. I've seen the ups and downs, my soul has hit the ground, and I have been alone, and in my sorrows I have drowned. But that's no way to live, for life is much to give. Love is all we need, and love is found from deep within. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to witness a miracle? And wouldn't it be great to have the chance to change our fate? So I will live every day like it's my last one. I don't care, 'cause I'm trading my sorrows and pain for joy and laughter for the rest of my years. I won't let fear come inside me, cripple my soul from reaching my dreams and my goals. 'Cause I am worthy of life and its goodness in its whole. I'm ready to live. It's time to break the mold of my resist. It's time for my mind to remove the mist. Today's the day that my life has changed, for I can live it my way. So I will live every day like it's my last one. I don't care, 'cause I'm trading my sorrows and pain for joy and laughter for the rest of my years. I won't let fear come inside me, cripple my soul from reaching my dreams and my goals. 'Cause I am worthy of life and its goodness in its whole. I'm ready to live. I'm ready to live, yeah. I'm ready, oh, I'm ready to live.
Thank you for listening to this interview hosted by Randy Goodman. We hope you will take action and connect with the incredible business people and leaders in our community. And remember, Randy is always here to answer any questions you have regarding your real estate needs. Be sure to register on the website and stay up to date on what's happening in your area at parkbench.com/millpond.